During sex before?
No.
Have I ever? Good question, Jay. Yeah, I have a couple times. Have you ever cried, Ella?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Once.
Joe, cut this out.
Wait.
Did he take it or did we, man? I can't.
Wait.
No, that's what I just thought.
Wait, you've cried during
these are pretty
sex?
high questions.
Once.
Huh?
Once.
No, someone just texted me
Because
a
it
bunch
was
of
really
questions.
bad.
Someone just texted me, or someone just said, please talk about more sex, and they asked me a bunch of sex questions. Wait, why did you cry during sex?
Because it was really bad.
What do you mean? You were crying that like it was so bad?
No, it was like really bad. I didn't know how to get out of it, and so I like pushed him off because it was so bad, and then I had to start to pretend to cry so that I could blame it on him not being bad, but like something about me. And I was like, I'm not over my ex, but it was just that it was the worst sex I've ever had in my life.
Damn.
What makes it?
Oh,
What?
wow.
I'm so curious. What's bad sex?
It was just
Because
like,
I'm sure I've had it. It's just no one's told me.
You're having it constantly, Jay.
it was just terrible.
Like what? Like what? Like
But when you pushed
so
him
curious.
off, wait, but when you pushed him off, he stopped.
Yeah, but he was like, oh,
What's wrong?
What's wrong? And I was like, I don't think I'm over my ex.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't know how to like.
But why was the sex bad?
But when he pushed you off, he stopped.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah,
yeah,
Why,
obviously.
why was the sex bad?
It wasn't that type of situation. You were just trying to get out of it.
I was just trying to get out of it.
Right.
But technically, I cried.
I mean, you definitely cried.
Yeah.
That's why I've always like I've heard that question a lot. Have
Wait,
you cried
actually-
during sex? And I didn't really know what that meant. Like, how do you cry?
I've like emotionally cried once.
Like, you just love it? Mm-hmm. Get the fuck out of here.
What?
You were having sex and you were like, this is so amazing. You started crying.
Kinda.
What?
It was like making love. There's a difference.
What the fuck were you having sex with?
I'm
No.
confused too. What are you talking about?
Okay, you know there's a difference between having sex and like making love, quote unquote.
I can't tell the difference. So.
Like if you're very in love with someone and you like,
Oh sure,
Oh,
I've
it's
done
like
that. I've
intimate.
done that.
it's like intimate,
sex?
it's slow, it's not fast, it's like
done it.
very intimate.
That's why. Sorry.
Yeah,
Brandon
100%.
Mike.
Yeah, and then in that you're just like you're so happy and then it's great and it's
What
in
were you
love
just
and
gonna
you
say?
like tear up.
You teared up because it was so great and you were so in love.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I have a real question, and I want everyone's 100%
All questions are real.
honest answer,
Yeah,
and that
go.
goes for Taylor, and Ella, and obviously Ilya.
What about
Here's my
me? What about
question.
me? I'm your fucking
No, you're
co-host.
not getting a vote.
Oh boy.
I want everybody to be 100% honest.
Oh
I'm
Jesus.
so scared.
And I demand honesty. And you know what? I'm not going to think, whatever your answer is, I'm not going to think any less of you.
Before you say it, just remember that you took a big ass hit of weed.
No.
Don't get offended.
No. Let me go out on a fucking limb here. Because I got something to say. You guys know what I'm going to say?
Kinda.
Boy.
Who here, of the four of us, hates the motherfucking stream? Who hates
Oh.
that David's streaming? Damn it!
I was
Damn.
No one
not
behind me!
knowing that.
Wait,
Jay,
what?
what?
I hate the stream!
Where did this fucking question come from?
I hate
Jay, you are so high.
I hate that you play Call of Duty. I hate it.
I understand.
I was convinced Jay was gonna go.
Bro,
Who of you guys thinks that I'm bad at sex?
yeah, or even something worse.
I thought you were gonna say something about David, like fucking like a bad quality.
I'm
or
sorry,
something.
I'm high.
Bro, that question was so bad. That was the worst.
Well, who did just answer me?
Joe, that should go, or Jay, that should go in the worst podcast moments of all time. Because we're talking about Ella crying during sex, and you're like, I have something to say. I have something to say. I know you've been through it, Ella, but who here hates Call of Duty? that was the worst
I
transition.
hate Call of Duty.
It's crazy that lines are a thing and how people like follow the rules of a line. So
You mean like on the
religiously.
road?
No, like to the DMV. Like for example,
Oh, that I get. I think lines on a road are even crazier.
it's just a line though. Like who says that I wasn't here first? Do you know what I'm saying?
I like when we talk about like real cool stuff like that, provokes thinking. But some of the shit that comes out of your mouth is the dumbest fucking things I've
That
ever
wasn't
heard.
so dumb.
That was the dumbest. Ella, how dumb was that?
That was really dumb.
So
Ilya should
stupid.
have his own podcast about dumb facts that he talks about fucking red lights, lines, the weirdest shit ever.
It should be called 5'8" and a tiny brain.
Today, Ilya keeps on texting us Ilya keeps on texting us in the group chat when he finds out that celebrities are under 5'8". So today he texts us and he goes, guys, Kanye's 5'8".
So is
Yeah, and
Eminem.
Ella responds, he looks way shorter.
He does though. I didn't think he was 5'8".
Yeah.
Joe, that part I
you
asked,
getting it?
Joe, that part I asked about the line. Can you cut that out?
Joe, keep that in. Joe, do not touch that one.
I'm coming to realize that it was a very stupid question. So
Have you guys had human resource meetings? Like, don't look at Taylor that way?
Oh yeah, David and I had one today actually
About what?
What did you say?
about Labor Day.
Oh yeah. Okay, let's bring it up.
Do we have it off?
Yeah, you have Labor Day off.
You gotta
You
gotta
say that as
say
if
yes
we're
because it's
supposed-
on a fucking podcast. I put him on the spot.
Good job, man.
Of course, I'm a nice guy.
I mean,
Of course, you guys have
Yeah, we
weekends
did.
and Labor Day off. What is that, a question?
you have any day off you want. Ella.
Anytime. You can leave here whenever you want.
And Taylor, you really need to start leaving later. You're leaving too early. You're leaving at 4 o'clock.
I've got a couple funny stories about
You got
that.
a couple of dicks you remember?
Two very memorable. No, so my wife was a teacher too, and I think she came back from work one day and was like, this kid, I was, had this activity all planned and I was getting like supervised by my boss and I wanted the kids to get around and like move around the classroom and do this activity. And
to the
like one
whiteboard,
kid
yeah.
wasn't getting up, right?
Yeah, he I couldn't get him up to the whiteboard, and
Oh my God, this is like such a movie incident. This is like such a movie thing where like a kid doesn't want
Yeah.
to go up to the whiteboard because he's a boner.
Yeah.
so
I'd rather not.
But like I didn't know, so I told him about this, and Jeff was like, "Oh, Leah, you can't just like ask people to come up to the whiteboard. Like if a boy says no, like there's a reason. Like I didn't."
Oh, that's like a rule in teacher
No,
code?
so it isn't.
I didn't know as a woman, and he had to explain this to his female colleagues as well. I didn't know that boys just like pop boners for whatever reason. Like I thought it was like in response to like a sexual stimuli.
So that's the
and-
thing. When you're 13, like almost anything is a sexual stimuli.
And
Yeah.
that's what he kept saying. He's like, no, I just pop boners for no reason. And that was like fascinating to
No,
me.
that happens too. You get boners for no reason. There's no sexual stimuli.
Right.
Sometimes you're like not even horny and it's just hard.
When you're a kid?
Yeah. Or
100
now or ever. Yeah. I remember being in class and being like, I'm not horny, but it's fucking rock
Yeah,
hard.
but at a kid, when you're like younger, it's like a lot more. Like the boners would come every period.
Yeah,
Like,
but it wasn't like I was turned on by anything. It was just there.
I know. Yeah, I was learning about like the Great Pilgrimage.
We're here on Boys and Boners. So we're taking your calls.
Oh, so when you were a teacher, like, if a guy didn't want to come up to the board,
I got it. I
wait, that's
understand.
happened. Has that ever happened to you?
It happened a couple times, and I had to explain it to my female colleagues as well, like because they would complain about boys. I'm like, you can't. It's yeah, like this is
Wow,
just
that's so
it's gonna
interesting.
happen. If a kid is like sitting in his chair like with terror in his eyes that he doesn't want to get up, just let him fucking
I would
vibe for a few
always.
minutes.
It's so weird. I would always get boners at the most inconvenient time, and it was right before passing period.
Yes.
It was
Yes.
right.
Yes, dude, totally.
It was right when
Yes.
it was right when the bell was about to ring, and I was about to go to my next. I was about to go to my next class.
Yes.
And sometimes I would flip my backpack and I'd wear it on my stomach.
Totally.
Yeah, or
Yes!
at the time they had like these binders. Remember those binders that
Hell yeah.
like they're like made out of like a fabric and you put everything in it?
And
like
you just
remember?
jam it against your pants to try.
Yeah, and that was just I remember that was the horror for me. When I was a kid, I was like, "Oh my god, boners are going to be like a serious problem my entire life." Like it was like the same fear I had about like quicksand. Like when they teach you about quicksand, you're like, "Okay, got to watch out for those when I go hiking." Like that's not a fucking fear.
Yeah.
And boners and skunks. This is another. I saw this. It was a funny tweet, and like someone was like, "When I was a kid, I thought skunks were going to be a way bigger problem." And that's the same thing with boners. I was like, "Dude, I'm going to fucking pop boners when I'm older, like during meetings." But they do go away.
Dude,
And sometimes, they're even hard to get now. Sometimes I wish I was younger.